So yeah, today's class is about HTML forms and CSS introduction. Okay, this is that. Okay, so it has everything here. Though they start here, first name, input, type equal to text, name equal to, remember always name I write like this, name and ID should be same as I told you. Okay, then placeholder equal to enter your first name. Okay, and every form has a submit button. So input, that is nothing but input, type equal to, this is must, submit, name should be any name you can give. I usually give submit, and value, just check this value. Okay, this is test form, right? I'll say test. If name is submit, then ID should be submit. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Now let's go to our desktop here. October 20 is our file. Forms.html. Alright, you see, this is how it looks like. Then I can type here anything. Okay, so let's do small thing here. Now I would like to add size equal to, let's say name, first name will not be more than 20. Size is on only input, type equal to text and those things. You see, 40 will increase it. Now if I want to restrict it to some length, max length equal to 5. So what does this do is like, this will restrict only to 5 characters. Let's refresh. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. See, it's not even taking 6. I'm typing 6 7 8 9. It won't take, because the max length, the maximum number of characters if the form element will take is only 5. Like such you can restrict. And next is, now let's do this. I'll submit this form now. Test is submit. So test. See the method. Check the method here. The method is get. Hence it is submitting through the URL. Okay. Now I'll test again. Now you see there is no value. Hence it's not giving any value. Now I want to make this as mandatory. I want to make that as mandatory. Required equal to required equal to required. Let's see, let me just remove this thing. Okay, now I'll say, now you see it's not submitting it. It says please fill out this field. Okay, so to avoid this, right, it's auto filling, right? Okay, so what did we give here? Autocomplete on, right? I'll say autocomplete off. So let's refresh. See, now nothing is coming. Yeah, and 5 characters only. Okay, and I submit, it is here. So that is about method, that is about autocomplete. Placeholder is nothing but, I'll show you what exactly is placeholder again, and let me copy this, paste it here. Instead of last name, enter your last name. And so max size 30, number of characters is 10, and required equal to required. Let's see now. Okay, so if I try to do, it says please fill out this particular field. Now when I refresh this, does it highlighted any of the field? No, right? So this is the placeholder. Enter your last name and first name. Okay, so let me just give a value here. First name value. There's another parameter called value. I'll say Sagar. Now let's refresh. See, value comes up first place only. Now I'm not typing anything, but it's a default. So value is nothing but what is the value of that form field. Okay, value will tell it what value should it hold. Now when I submit, okay, this is required. So now you see it passes through URL. Now one more important parameter here. Now here for last name, just check it out. I'll say autofocus. These are all HTML5 properties. You should know this. Now you see autofocus, what it has done, instead of going to the first field, it directly focused, like it focused on this particular field. That is autofocus. Okay, now let me just remove this autofocus and see again. So I have removed autofocus. I'll just refresh this again. Now did it focus on anything? Alright, so autofocus will tell it where do you want to focus it. Now let's say I'll give autofocus to the first one. Now let's refresh. You see, this has been focused. Focus is like, the color, it changes the color on focus. See, okay. Now the other thing I would like to show you guys is, let's say disabled equal to disabled, or you can also directly give disabled, no need of equal to. For required also no need of equal to. Now let's see. Now see, you can't even enter into this, it's been disabled. Okay, you can't even click on this because it's been disabled. So when to use all these stuff like disabled, when do you really use, do you really think you use it? It's pretty much simple. All these parameters are not useful now in HTML. These parameters, these attributes are useful in JavaScript, where you try to validate, right, without filling first name. Let's say somebody did not even fill first name, they can't really fill the last name, right? So to restrict some things, you have to use these parameters. Okay, now let me show you guys one more thing here. I'll say read only. Now let's see. See, read only, it is not disabled, but I can't type anything, unlike disabled. Okay, read only is like read only, that's it. Disabled and read only the same, except the colors being changed. Okay, so that's about the parameters, all the parameters of, oh, there is another parameter called pattern, which I don't want to discuss now. I want to discuss this later, and few more parameters come here. So let's check our PDF file here. So size, pattern will come later, okay, and max length, this will also come pretty much soon. Okay, that's what we have written here. And type equal to file, multiple is another parameter, value, placeholder, name, type, ID. Okay, so now let's check it out on something else. Let's check it out on another thing. So password input type equal to password. I won't write any other parameters, okay, I will leave it to you guys. Password, just placeholder. So these are important. Placeholder, name are important. Enter password. Let the others be, let them go, we don't care. So here refresh. Now coming to the password, can you see the password here? You can't see password, right? Whatever I type here, you can't see. But how do you get to know to see the password? Just submit it. This is what the password I have typed. So this is really dangerous, right? When you are submitting passwords, don't ever try to submit them URLs. So how do I do it when I'm submitting passwords? Pretty much simple here. Instead of get, use post. Now let's see what happens if I use post. Okay, I type it here, I submit. It has been submitted, but the values are not being seen. How can you see those values? In Chrome, you can see This is how people really hack things. Okay, I'll show you. Go to network. Oops. Okay, I'll just submit again. Okay, I submitted. Now here, go to network, click here. You see that form data. About that, let's go ahead and see all the things. And the most important parameter in HTML5 in forms, input type equal to email. This is a very important, which has come in recently in HTML5. Name equal to email, placeholder equal to enter your email. Okay, I'll give this as required. Let's see what happens here. Give this as required, and I would like to put a BR here. So let's refresh, enter your email. I'll try to submit. It says please fill your field, right? Now let's see. Please include an @ in the email address. Okay, now please enter a part following @ a. It's submitted. So this email will at least validate, some part @ is missing, and you have to write something after the @. Okay, like such. Another important parameter which I really love, this parameter I really, this is nice. Date. Let's say birthday. Right? Enter your birthday. I mean, this doesn't matter. Date will not take the placeholder. Let's see why. Okay. Refresh. Now you see a date picker has come. Click on here. A date picker will come here. Now birthdays. So now, can birthdays be in future? 28, 29, 30, 31? No, right? Yeah, it can't be, right? So there is a parameter called max. You have to give year first, then month first, then date. Okay, year, month, date. Year, month, date. Now let's see. Let's just refresh. Okay, let's see. Now you see all these are disabled. Okay, you can control these dates also. That's a very important aspect. This is the one I like. So this is today's date. Now September. So birthdays can be previously. Now assume that I don't want to enter who are not 18 years of age. So when when he should be born, if he should be 18 years of age, when he should be born, say today 14, right? 2014, 14, 1996, right? 1996. And I want to show a minimum age requirement too. Like, the minimum age requirement is 18 years, and there is a maximum age requirement. I would like to say 25 years. Okay, 25 years. So this is 18 plus 7. So 1996 minus 7, 1991. Is it right? 1991? I don't know. Okay, now let's see. So I'm only allowing people who are between 18 to 25 to enter their date of birth. Okay, let's see now. See, it has jumped to 1996 directly. Now let's see until where we can go. 95. I can select the year also. 1991 October. See, previously it is not at all letting me to select. It only starts from 27/10/1991. So that's the importance of max and min. Remember, these are very, very important functions. Now there is another important aspect. These are all HTML5 attributes. Okay, so input type equal to time this time. Okay, time, let's say where we use time, opening time and closing time, right? Opening time and closing time. Let's say there is an appointment date, appointment time. There is an appointment time. No need of placeholder for this also. You have just seen, right? Placeholder is not all important for this. But let's say my clinic, I'm a doctor. My clinic opens at 9 a.m. and closes at 12 p.m. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. So 9 No seconds required, 12. Okay, now let's see. I'm gonna refresh this. Instead of date, it's time. Clinic time, let's say. Okay, I'll refresh this. Now you see time. Now if you say, oh, this ain't taking. Let's see. This is required. A valid value. Okay. Okay, value must be 12 or later. Okay, my bad. I will give this as max, this as min. Okay, so max and min it's validating. Let's just refresh this. Okay, some date and time. If I try, see now it starts from 9 and ends at 12. You can only give those timings only. Alright, so that's time. Okay, so these are the only thing. The rest of the things we hardly use them. The number number is required only what is your age. Let's say instead of calculating based upon time, I want to calculate based upon age. Let's say, okay, let's take the age here. Input type equal to number, name is age. Okay, now minimum age for my website to enter is 18 and the max age is only 21. Okay, 25. Okay, so this is age. So I'll just refresh this again. Where is this? Refresh. Let's come here. Okay, now see 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 25. Nothing above 25, nothing below 18. Okay, that's the number. Right, so that's about number. And the next most important thing, very important things, we only discussing about input type, right? So we still have 3 more very important ones. Now here I want to have a profile pic, profile picture. Just file, let's say profile picture. There's no max and no min, no required, nothing is required for this, only these 2 factors. Okay, only these 2 factors. And let's see now. I'll just refresh this. You see profile picture, you can choose file here. So this is how you upload files. Okay, this is how you upload files. But when you submit this, when you always remember, for profile pictures, for any files to upload, the method is post, and there is one more parameter which is called enc type equal to multi-part form data. Okay, multi-part form data. enc type is multi-part or form data. You have to give this, without which you can't really submit the form. With files, if you want to upload only files, if there are no files, then you don't need this. Okay, so now the other important parameter here is that, okay, I want to upload, let's say I want to on Quicker or OLX. Okay, on Quicker or OLX, you see you can upload multiple files, right? Okay, so multiple files, how do you do it? So multiple files, remember you have to give this. When there are multiple things, always remember you have to give that and say multiple. Okay, now let's see. I'll just refresh this. Now here for profile picture, I'll try to select multiple files. Okay, I want to 12, 250. See, is it allowing me to do it? Let me see. See, it selected the last file, right? Now let's come back here for the next one, multiple pictures. I want to select this. Now you see 5 files selected. So that is the importance of multiple. When you want to select multiple files, you can do this using jQuery also, no issues. But when HTML5 is giving that option, why not to use it? That's the only thing. Okay. So the next important thing is copy this. Let me copy email. Now here gender. Okay, radio buttons. Radio. So always remember, if you are grouping radio buttons, they all should have same name, and placeholder will not work for radio button. Okay, no need of required to, but a radio button will always have a value. Okay, radio button will always have a value. Now I want to have another gender here. Input. Let me just copy the other part. Female. Okay, they should have same name because they are under same group. Now let's see. You see, male or female. Now there is one more attribute in radio buttons. Let's say I want male to be checked defaultly. All you gotta say is checked. So let's refresh. You see, it's been checked defaultly. Okay, this has been checked defaultly. Alright, so that is about input. Now if you want to write another radio button, let's say instead of gender I'll say role, let's say. So what can be? So role, everything should have the same name. So role, the value, let's say admin. Role value is student. I would like to add one more here. This is tutor. So let's see. See, it's defaultly checked. Now what is the role of radio button? Using radio button you can choose only one option out of many. That is the beauty of radio button. So when you have so many options and you have only one answer, then it should be radio button. Now let's see another type of input. So here skills, input type equal to, this time is checkbox, name equal to, okay, this time skills, right? Skills value same as checkbox, the same as radio button, value let's say PHP. I'll copy this. Okay, so value, only value changes here. So value HTML, value CSS, value jQuery, value JS, and here value Ajax. Now let's see. Okay, BR. Now coming to the checkbox, you see here I can select multiple also, right? I can select multiple also, I can select one also. So unlike radio button, when you use checkbox should be used when you have multiple things to check. Now when you have multiple things, I told you, right, just recently, you should use these. When you collecting multiple values, when one single name, and remember all grouping should have same name. If everything falls under same group, they should have same name. If you use different name, that's very wrong. Okay, you can't use it. Now I would like to say my default skill is, let's say jQuery. Checked. jQuery is checked. Right? So yeah, the next is select box. Yeah, as you said, drop down, select again, name equal to. Every form element should have a name. Remember this. Okay. Now here name, I'll say city. Okay, name equal to city. There is no placeholder. There is nothing else for this. Select. Now select always has options. Option value equal to. Option always have a value. Let's say, let's start with Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad. And we have Johannesburg. Display it right. Okay, and then we have Bangalore. Okay, now let's see. Let's just refresh. Now let's see. Oh, BR. It's raining here. I don't know when the power goes off. Okay, so drop down. Johannesburg, Bangalore. Okay, so if I want to defaultly select Bangalore, selected equal to selected. Let's see. Okay, let me just refresh. Our Bangalore is already there, right? Let's do it for Johannesburg. You see, this has been defaultly selected. Okay, so that's about this. And you can also do multiple select also. You can select multiple things. So what's the difference between select, radio and checkbox? Can you guys figure it out? The difference between select, checkbox and radio. See, when I say multiple, this is what happens. So I can select multiple. You have to hold control, and now you have selected multiple. Okay, that's about multiple. I'll tell you the only difference is, let's say in checkbox, if you have 200 options here, how much space it will take? Checkbox, it will take a lot of space, right? Now let's go back to here. I'll just say size equal to 1. Now let's go back to select box. Oops. Hopefully it should take size multiple. Okay, whatever it is. But for select box, it won't take much space, right? That's the only thing. That's the only difference. And a select can act as both. A select can act as checkbox. A select can act as our radio button. Okay. Alright. So yeah. Then we have one more. The last. I don't say the last. We have one more after this. That's very important too. The next is text area. Text area. Okay, text area, you again have name. Let's say comment. So all the comment boxes use this. Okay, placeholder. This will have a placeholder. Okay, enter your comment. Okay, let's see. Refresh. Alright, this is it. This is checkbox. Now I want it to be a very big box with full width. Calls equal to rows equal to. Now let's start with columns. Columns equal to, I'll say 100. I'll refresh. You see, this will go until here. That is columns. Understood now what rows will do. Rows is the height of it. So 20 has become very huge. Let's give only 10. In general, it will be only 3 or 2. I don't exactly remember. Okay, this is enter your comment, it says. Okay, so if you want any predefined value to text area, you can write inside text area, hey, this is default. See, placeholder will go and the value will come over there. Oh, there is some delay. No issues, you will get the video correct, the recorded video. Okay, so yeah, that's it guys. Oh yeah, one more last thing I told you, right? So the last thing is input type equal to reset, name equal to reset, id equal to reset, value equal to reset. Okay, I won't use a br in between these two, instead I use a different. So let's see, this is reset, this is test, right? So when I click reset, okay, so you guys might have been known about the reset too. Okay, now if I hit reset, everything is gone. You guys to do a form, but that will go inside a table. Okay, that will get out, this is a table. Okay, write that here also, write a table and a form inside table. Remember, cell spacing equal to 0 and border equal to 0. Cell padding, you can give a padding if you want. Cell padding equal to, give some 3 or give 5. Okay, can you guys do this?